Hello everybody, welcome to the 49th tutorial on the top-down zombie game tutorial series. And in this tutorial, what we're simply going to be doing is we're going to be changing how the game works and want to remove the limit on the frame rate, pretty much, yeah. So yeah, currently our game is limited 60 frames per second. So yeah, we're trying to change this. Why am I trying to do this? Is because there's a way in which you can, since later on we're going to be covering, I want us to cover optimizing like our game later on in the future. I think it'll be better if we just set up the frame rate, if we just do the setup right now. So yeah, so one of the core advantages of doing this is that first of all, we'll be able to get a real-time frame rate, yeah, of of our game. And yeah, that's one of the core. Yeah, that's one of the core advantages, and the other advantage is that we'll be getting the most frame rate possible from our computer, but we'll also be like yeah, so it'll make our game very performant. So yeah, so first thing what I want to do is to I want to delete this public int FPS. I want to remove this because we're removing a limit, and yeah, so I'll just remove this. And it'll take me here, float time per update. I'll need to remove this. And I'll have to remove all of this. And we're gonna remove this, we're gonna remove all this counter and last time stuff. Yeah, we don't need an FPS counter anymore. Oh, I made some sort of mistake. Okay, I should actually remove this. Okay, good. And let me just put this back. I'm a bit OCD. We don't need this counter. And we just update render and previous time is equal to last time. So that's good. Now when we run this, currently we're running at max. It's a max frame rate. What is it called? So yeah. So currently what we're trying to do is to we will try. Apologize for the chicken. Kind of for the rooster noises in the background. I'm in the farm right now. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah. What's it? The wild. Okay. So, what was I saying? Current time. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So yeah, what I was saying last is that currently, so we don't have any limits we're not limiting our frame rate or updating or renders whatsoever. So yeah, now when we run this, you see that we're moving super fast. And yeah, that's because we don't have what's it called? We're not trying to, we're not using any frame, we're not limiting anything by using the frame rate. So yeah, so let's go ahead and fix that. So first of all, when we do this, when we use this new method of limiting the frame rate or changing the game loop, what we kind of need to do is we need to calculate a delta variable, which the delta pretty much stands for change or rating change or something. So yeah, we're gonna be calculating the change in time or something like that. So yeah, so pretty much going to be using that variable to calculate a delta value, and that delta value we're going to be multiplying it by every single time we make any movements in our game. So yeah, so right up here at the top, first of all, I'll create a public static variable, public static, and it's going to be a delta as a float delta, and I'll just make it equals to 0.002f for now, for testing. And now, what I want to do is maybe I'm just being a bit too harsh, yeah, like that. So now what I want to do is to go to where I do the movement for the zombie, the player, and the projectile. So first of all, I want to go to the player, and I want to multiply the movement speed by in the update, manage transform, okay? Yeah, so we say position add direction that scale speed, and we want to say multiply this speed by top down zombie game dot delta. Oh, it should be game manager dot delta. Game manager dot delta. And I want to do the same thing for the zombie. Zombie. Did we put zombie movement inside here? I actually don't know. So position to add velocity. Okay, we need to multiply this velocity by the delta times game manager dot delta. Okay, velocity is what is it called? It's a vector value. So we simply want to say dot scale. Yeah, I'm just gonna simply say dot scale that. Excuse me. Yeah, we're gonna change it up to scale that. And for the bullets as well, where is the bullets? Projectiles, okay. Go to projectile and where do you do the movements? Okay, I think I did it inside the bullet. Update position, the direction to normalize the scale speed. And inside here, so we're gonna be multiplying this by game manager dot delta. And yeah, that's it for now. And when we run this, we should see hopefully that our movement speed is slightly slower. Okay, we have an error, no class diff found. Wow. So I'll be right back. So we're back. Just needed to clear NetBeans cache. Yeah, it was a cache issue. NetBeans usually has this problem. So, anyways, when we enter run now, as you can see, currently I'm moving and we're moving very slowly. As you can see, I'm firing a bunch of bullets and we're moving very slowly. So now what we need to do is kind of increase the speed, the individual speed. Because right now, hypothetically speaking, because we haven't implemented the calculation of delta yet, I was just showing you an example. Because currently we're just using delta to be 0. We're saying delta is 0.002f. Hypothetically speaking, that's really not the case. So anyways, yeah, we're going to be calculating delta soon enough, but yeah, I just want to show you this fix right now. So yeah, the main reason why I'm moving very slowly is also, it's because, what is it? Let's go back to the player and look at the speed variable. Speed. Where is the speed? Okay, speed. It says 3.6f. Earlier on, we just speed earlier on was measured as per unit frame, meaning that that every single frame is equal. We're supposed to be moving 3.6 pixels per frame. So if you're having 60 frames per second, then in 1 second we would have moved like 36 times 60, which is, I don't know. Let's open up a calculator. 36 times 6, no, it's actually not 36, it's 3.6. How do I clear? You know what, let's just open it again. So here I can write 3.6. I did put in a point. Why is it not working? Okay. 3.6. Wow. Is this even working? I don't know. I don't know if this is supposed to be working. Okay, I don't know how to write decimal points, but anyways, let me just try and a standard calculator. Okay, yeah, now this works. Okay, I don't know why there's in programmer mode, but okay, nobody cares. So, anyways, clear. Okay, so 3.6 times, let's say, so we're running at 3.6. That was as in. So, anyways, we're back to here. So the speed is measured per unit frame. So if you have a frame rate of 60 frames per second, where is it? We'll have something times 60, and it means in that second would have covered 216 pixels. So yeah. So it means that if a frame rate was to be lower, then we would be moving slightly slower. So that was one of the issues that we won't be able to see it right now, but when we have performance issues, we will see that we're moving very slow. So yeah. So right now, so that was then, but now speed is measured per unit time. So instead of, moving 3.6, pixels every frame, we're going to be moving 3.6 pixels every second. So yeah, so instead of moving, that's why when you try and move, we can see that we're not moving very fast, but actually what we're doing is we're moving at around 3.6 pixels per second. Oh, okay. So enter. As you can see, after a second, that's when you can kind of like feel like we're moving. So yeah, so to fix this problem, we can put to 216, or we can just simply put 216 as our speed, 216, and then we'll move it around the same speed. But you don't have to calculate this. You can choose any value that you want. So that kind of, so that only affects the player, but we also need to affect the zombie and everything else. So when you go to the zombie, but I'm not gonna go with 216. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's just go with 216. And for the zombie, we have a speed of 1.2 f. We can go to the calculator and and calculate a few things. 1.2 f times 60. 1.2 times by 60 will give you 72. So you can write here 72 for the zombie, and for the bullets, float speed. Let me look at the gun real quick. Let's see if we're changing the speed of the bullet. Okay, we do change it inside the gun. So instead of putting it 15 there, we can simply, clear this and do 15, multiply this by 60. That should give us 900. So I think we're done with the calculator. So we can go with a speed of 900 in here. And, now you can see that everything's a bit better right now, but it's not yet quite. It's not actually per unit time yet. Reason being is because this delta is actually hard coded, but we're not calculating it. So let's go and start calculating delta. So I explained how this new method, this game loop limiting works right now. So yeah, let's go ahead and calculate the delta variable. So how we calculate delta is pretty much by saying the time that has passed for computing this, the update and render. So we're gonna take the time difference that it took to calculate the update and the render, and we're going to divide it by 1 second, which is going to be equivalent to 1 billion milliseconds. Yeah, it's going to be equivalent to 1 billion milliseconds, and that's going to be our delta variable. So yeah, so we have our current time, which is equals to system.nano time, and we have our previous time, which is equals to current time. So what we do after having the current time and the previous time, what we do is just simply say, here at the beginning, we can say delta is then equals to current time minus previous time. This will give us the time passed. That will give us the past time. And after doing this, we want to, divide it by, let me just put this in brackets. So yeah. So we just need to divide this by 1 billion, 123, 123, 123, 0.0, and okay, variable types. Put an F. Good. So now we're going to be good. Now let's run this. And let's see what's going to happen. As you can see, everything's running smooth. Oh, we didn't change the speed for the zombie. But we did. Didn't do it. Oh, we just changed it for the zombie here, but not for the green zombie. So let me just open up the zombies, the basic zombies. Open up the green zombies. Seems to be an error here. Go to green zombies and change the speed to 72. 72F for float. And let's run this again. The fire rate seems to be working fine. And the zombie is moving. It's moving fine. So that's great. So yeah, now we want to now that we have conquered the game loop, we conquered the new game loop. Now what we're trying to do now is, let's say we want to display the frame rate. So we have to calculate the frame rate. So frame rate is going to be equals to delta divided by 1 divided by delta, because yeah. So I just need to create a public static variable frame rate up here. Public static, there we go. Public static, and FPS is going to be float or int, it doesn't really matter. You can choose whatever you want. I'll just go with int. It could be a float. If I'm to be very accurate, it equals to I don't know, just let me just give it 100 just for display. And inside here, what we can do is simply say FPS is then equals to 1 divided by delta. And yeah, and what's just happening? Okay, we're casting that into an integer. Good. And also, what is it? So now we want to display our frame rate. So what I'll do is I'll go up here. I'll go to is it game manager? No. Is it the game manager though? Yeah, it's in the game manager. Okay, cool. So here we're creating the graphics 2D. So right after the rendering of the scene, we can, draw the frame rate on top. G2D is equals, well, what am I saying? G2D to draw string. And yeah, I can simply say the string that we're trying to draw is FPS. And this will be the X and the Y at the coordinates that I want to draw. I want to start drawing it at 5X and 5Y. No, 5X and 10Y. Yeah. Okay, why am I getting an error? Oh, keep forgetting that this is Java. I can't, use single quotation marks. Okay, good. Class not found. Wow, I have to clear cache again. So, present data. NetBeans. Delete. Okay, close NetBeans. Try again. And yeah, now let's run this. Okay, it's working. It's just, let me change the color of the font. Let me change the color of the font, and let's just go back to the game manager and let me do that. So I'll simply say g2d.setColor, or let me just fix this up a bit. So g2d.setColor, this chicken's very annoying. So color dot to something like gray. light gray, light gray. Let me just go light gray. And also one more thing is where is it? Where? Okay, and yeah, let's display the frame rate. That's also gonna write the FPS. So now I can display the frame rate. As you can see, it's up there. It's kind of rendering. Yeah. Let me increase the margin on the top a bit. Change it from 5 to 15. And yeah, now I'm gonna run this and check it out. As you can see, we have a frame rate of. Let me just mute this. Yeah. We have a frame rate of. Yeah, we can see it properly in the black, in the road. We have a frame rate of 200. And yeah. So that's it, guys. We changed. This is it for today. We just merely changed the way we do the game loop, and we changed the way we do the game loop and how we handle frame rate, and that's about it, guys. That's it for the tutorial. Guys. And in the next video, we're going to be, we're going to be doing what? We're going to be entering full screen. We're going to be doing toggling between full screen and not full screen, the opposite of that. I don't know what it is. But yeah, as you can see, currently we cannot, play in full screen mode in our game. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing in the next video. So guys, make sure you like the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed. It really helps out. So yeah, guys, peace.